Welcome to Premium RV Center, and inside a brand new 2026 Coachman Apex Nano 187RB. This is always in our top 5 of best sellers. Our customers absolutely love it. And for 2026, they've only added just that little bit more, which I think customers will absolutely love, and we'll highlight some of those differences, including some of the slight decor changes for this model year. So up front, this is the what I would call our standard version. I will have an additional unit that will have the stargazer option, and we'll take you through that on that particular video. Great window coverage up front here. So everybody loves the fact that you've got the 2 cross windows here. You've got an emergency exit here on the left. That will open about 6 inches, so that one you could leave open all the time if you're not there, not worry about rain coming in. And then you've got a traditional slider. You've got your pull down blinds here on each window, so not a fabric shade, but a roller shade. So a great little feature they brought in late 2025. A huge window up front, which is carrying over from past seasons. Certainly something people love. The amount of light you get in a small unit, it does make the unit feel so much bigger than it is. And we've got, you know, a couple lights on in here up front, but it's just very, very bright even on a day that's not overly sunny. Continuing on both sides of the bed, we're going to have both USB and 120 volt. Big change for the 2026 season, something we've been advocating for, and they have listened. Any of the GFI labeled outlets inside a 2026 Nano, you have the prep already built in for an inverter. So just in the last month, we have already done a 2000 watt inverter installed for a client that will look to use some of those off grid. So of course you want to make sure you have the adequate batteries, which we can help you with. You do have a higher standard now, a 400 watts of solar on the roof. So all that works quite well together when you have the right batteries for how long you want to be off the grid. So we can help you with that aspect, but just nice to know there is that little upgrade that not necessarily right away, but maybe in future years, depending on how you're using the trailer. And if your off-grid usage goes up, you could certainly use that inverter prep. So something to consider, or just ask us some questions on. We've got, again, ability to take out our shelf here, so we can have hanging storage on either side, but you can kind of choose to use it how you wish. And you've got a couple cupboards on either side that'll go back about 3 feet, so lots of storage there. You've got your RV Queen mattress here with about a 50-50 split between inside and outside storage, so lots of storage underneath the bed for your bags for traditional trips. We've got some safety features just next to our door. Our fire extinguisher continues there. And then we've got a smaller monitor panel here, basically just our interior exterior lights under the awning outside. And then we have our awning switch here as well. Continuing from 25, we got our rechargeable Bluetooth speaker there, so that can come out underneath the awning. You can take it to the picnic table or the beach outside, and off you go. Huge windows, again, something that absolutely everybody loves, the fact you have the matching window in the kitchen to the dinette here. So huge cross flow here when you have those open. So if you're somebody who does prefer fresh air over air conditioning all the time, this is a coach that certainly can deliver on that. And you piece in the 4-speed max air fan you have above there as well. That's something that if you do cover it with a vent cover, you could leave open even in rain. Again, if it's a cooler day, you can cycle that nice fresh air through. So this makes a tremendous secondary bed. So if you are perhaps a grandparent or parents and occasionally someone tags along, great unit for that. And then you've got easy access to the storage, both between the front doors as well as through the top here. And if you're basically 6 feet or under, you're going to fit on this bed. So just to give you an idea in terms of size, it's a really nice, deceivingly long size. So it's very workable for both adults and some children. We do have in the kitchen, as we come in here, a little outlet on the side. So I'll highlight that. And then we've got the drawers carrying over from 24 and 25 through the kitchen here. Great pots and pan storage. Our furnace is located on the very bottom there in the center, just above the floor. So nice and central here. And then we have the updated microwave, convection microwave, and we have the built-in air fryer as well as part of that package. We have our central AC just in the center here. So again, if it's looking to cool this down, it's very, very quick to do that. It's a nice large 13,000 BTU AC unit. We have our stainless steel sink continuing on, our full drop-in lid here. So again, we've got lots of coverage here in terms of being able to use the counter space. We have the under-mounted 2-burner stove here. Beautiful new accent faucet with our new wood tones here throughout the coach. So nice job of kind of using lighter tones on the wall with some slightly darker tones, but without going too dark. And especially with all these windows, it is still quite bright in here, which certainly our customers absolutely have loved. You've got all the dish storage you need just above here. You've got the same size 10 cubic foot fridge you have, 8 cubic foot fridge as you do a much larger model. So you've got just a ton of room here to work with. This is his 12 volt. So again, working with that 400 watts of solar and just making sure you have the adequate batteries. The nice thing is they do put a converter, which you can see just here, that is ready for lithium batteries. So a lot of our customers in the last year have gone that route because our partner in Epoch Lithium has batteries extending out with 12-year guarantees. So nice long life to them. So we've got a great pantry here, ton of storage there. And then that storage will continue into the bathroom. So something that absolutely everybody loves on this model, the fact that you get this great big wardrobe area here in the back. So you've got a great spot for bedding, towels, could be some extra shoe storage, things like that as well. So again, you've got just a lot of capability to store back here. All your toiletries, everything has a spot. Another large one down here that's wide open as well. And then you've got some hanging storage already built in for you on the wall. Vanity storage here for all life's necessities, as well as the medicine cabinet for the basics you'll bring with you. You do have a vent back here to help get out the condensation. We've got our skylight above the nice 30-inch wide shower stall here, so lots of elbow room. And then we've got our tankless water heater ignition for you just on the wall. We've got our monitor panel here, so in the bathroom here, when you're done showering, you can quickly check and see how full you are. And then we've also got our ignition for our water pump as well. So everything's centrally and easily located. What's great about this model is on a Friday night, if you're rolling in kind of early evening, everything kind of is in place already. There's really no setup to do out here. And then the little bit you'll do outside, as we'll see in a second here, very simple to do. A lot of it's push button as well. So we'll take you through that here. So we've got the black glass door. So from the outside, it doesn't look like there's much of a window, or it's tough to see. Here you can clearly see there's a nice window. So it does help to shade the interior a bit as well. We do have our more ride steady steps here, so they are anchored to the ground and you can dial them in if you've got uneven terrain. And then for stability coming in and out, you do have our lend a hand here that will fold away. I love the fact on the 187 that you've got great awning coverage here, so pretty much going within a couple feet of the back and then right up to the outside compartment here. So that'll come out a full 8.5 feet, or sorry, 8 feet, I should apologize. Take you around here to the front cap here. So you've got the huge front cap with our LED lights built in here. So just a ton of light coming through there. By using that 3/4 length front cap, they are cutting down a lot of the seams and maintenance and areas that need to be resealed. We will be adding a front power jack here. That is a standard from us at Primo Review Center, not a standard from Apex Nano, at least not yet. Something they're talking about, and probably in the future that may be something they choose to add. But for now, because we have a lot of couples that are using very small light trucks or SUVs for these units, this is 3,340 pounds and tip to tail 22 feet 5 inches. So there's a lot of SUVs that this works quite well with, and for that reason they'll use weight distribution, and it's a little bit easier with that front power jack, so we do add that in. We've got two 20-pound tanks here that will be full for you. Room for multiple batteries, as we were saying. If you're looking to be off-grid or potentially wire up that inverter, then talk to us about batteries. We're certainly here to help. We've got a battery cutoff switch for when we go into storage. Nice 2-foot high large stone guard. We've got our nice oversized jacks here. So nice and easy to put that down. You can use the drill adapters to quickly get those down. Full 7.5 feet across here storage. We do have a light in there as well. Front light switch for the lights integrated in the front cap. And then we've got our solar charge controller there, so make sure our batteries are in good shape as they're charging off the solar. Again, we've got our big windows you can see from this side. We do have an outlet just above our single axle here with our alloy wheels. And we've got prep for our outside cooking as well here for you. So you've got LP gas here, comes with our griddle, so you've got something to cook with right off the hop, so you don't have to run out and add something additional. On the back, we're going to have to see our LED lights here, so nice and bright, and especially in the dark. And we do have our spare tire standard from Apex, located on the rear bumper here. We've got a pre-wire for a backup camera, should you wish to add one at any time. And then most of our plumbing is centrally located here in the back corner, so easy access for winterization to our on-demand hot water tank, giving us kind of that endless supply of hot water. We've got our outside shower here, so great to rinse off from the beach, rinse the grandkids off, rinse the dog off if it's gotten into the sand. And then we've got inlet for water here. We've got a black tank flush, so you can clean out the sensors. Easy access to our black and gray. Again, good height off the ground as well, so not something you're going to touch to. A 30 amp service here if you need to use the AC. If you don't, you could certainly use 15 or 20 amp. We do also have a pre-hookup for satellite and for cable if you have it on site. Something else that's a standard feature just inside this compartment door. Let's see if I brought my keys here. Don't need it. Perfect. You will see a little cable hatch here. That is new for this year. That is a Starlink basically pre-done, so allows you to route that cable for your router through. So if you're somebody that's looking to keep contact with family and friends, or especially if you're in an area where maybe you're in remote, and if you're not bringing sort of a satellite phone, things like that, being that Starlink does attach to the satellites, it allows you some communication there. So certainly you can keep in touch with family and friends if the intention at some point is to be off the grid. We've got our magnetic catches here, so very, very handy. Not going to catch one in the head. And we have a huge amount of water supply here. We're over 50 gallons on our Nano series, so they have always been a front runner in terms of an ultralight with a large water capacity. So it's very easy to quickly get rid of that water when you don't need it, but it's also easy to get it filled just by basically using that small valve on the side. As you can see, our beautiful front cap here on our brand new 2026 187RB in Coachman's Apex Nano series. We'd invite you out to Primo RV Center. We currently have 2 variations of this floor plan in stock, and would love to take you through them both.